I think that we first started noticing that he was developing a little bit not on schedule when it took a while for him to learn how to walk, I think was our first clue. And then kind of seeing him interact with kids his own age and then noticing the speech differences. And so by around the time he was 15 months old, we still didn't get any clear words, just more sounds. And so that's when we really thought that we should kind of address that issue with his pediatrician.
I was Genaro's speech therapist. I had him through a program called Early Intervention, which is for therapy for kids under 3 years old. Childhood apraxia of speech is it's a motor planning disorder in which kids, sometimes they'll be able to get out an entire long word and the parents will report, this week he said helicopter, but if we asked him to say helicopter again, he wouldn't be able to get it. He knows what he wants to say, he knows what's coming out of his mouth isn't correct, but he's not able to move his mouth in the way that he wants to move it.
For me personally, I was more worried than anything because obviously being that young, not knowing how to talk is one thing. We weren't sure if that was indicative of something larger in his life that may have affected him. So yeah, it was definitely worrisome, especially when we first found out that he did have apraxia of speech.
With Genaro, when we started with him, he was really reserved about trying anything that he didn't want to try, and that he knew he wasn't good at. And with him, the biggest thing that we worked on was just getting him to try things and make an attempt at it. And that was building up his confidence and lots of praise and cheerleading. And we also knew that it was going to be a long road for him, and we knew that he needed something to communicate today. And so we really worked on doing lots of signs for him so that he could say what he wanted and needed today rather than waiting until he was able to say something.
I think one of the best things about working with Sarah was just the collaboration that the two of us had. I would attend his speech therapy sessions once a week and just being able to bounce ideas off of her, and she was always ready and willing with resources to kind of help me understand what was going on and to help me work with him at home. And then she was also really good at helping him to learn different signs. If there were signs that I was struggling to find the sign with, Sarah usually had the sign or would look it up for me or find it somehow. So that made it really a joy to work with her, just knowing that she was on the same page and same team as us.
It's just been amazing seeing him, the words that he has learned and how he has learned to communicate. I remember there was one weekend where we were playing and I was like, you're talking a whole bunch now. And that was just really exciting because I honestly, before that, I didn't know if he ever would be saying full words like that.
Genaro, when he was able to make a new word or a new sound, he would say it constantly. He would get so excited.
Say hyena.
Hyena.
Good job, buddy. Can you say it again?
Hyena.
Say hyena.
Hyena.
Good job, buddy.
Looking at him now, interacting with his peers, even though he doesn't have a fully formed vocabulary, he is still just as social as any other 3-year-old would be.
I think that something that is really encouraging to see, like, is Genaro making friends, and like how just the kids in his class, like, they know that he's not going to be able to speak to them, but some of them have learned signs to communicate with him, and he comes up with ways to make sure that he is a part of the picture and that he gets to interact like any other 3-year-old would. I would absolutely recommend Starved Rock Regional Center. We have just been so lucky to have them as a part of our team in raising all 3 of our children. They have done a phenomenal job and they're great to work with.